Hi, everyone. This is part one of part two, three-topic episode, because we talk about so many different things. So this first episode is not going to be the traditional three-topic episode. The traditional three-topic episode is going to be dropping tomorrow on Tuesday. So that's where you can expect that. Enjoy this episode in the meantime, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
What's up, everyone? This is the Next Take podcast, episode 176 with Mikel and
Tanyka.
real conversations on different topics. So today's episode, we're basically going to be talking about everything.
Yeah, it's going to feel
So,
like a bonus episode in a sense, but we do have our three topics that we'll also be talking about as well. But
right.
we'll hold off on saying what those topics are until we get through the other stuff. Maybe we could do that first.
Yeah.
And
And that's what,
then
yeah.
we'll do our three topics after.
Oh,
Sounds good?
okay. Yeah. That sounds
Okay.
good. That sounds good. So let's
I
get to it.
guess let's start with the more fun stuff.
Mhm.
It's going to get dark in our next topics. A topic that we're talking about, bonus topic, Super Bowl. We have not talked about the Super Bowl yet.
Uh-huh.
Did you actually watch the game? Because I didn't. But
Mhm.
did you actually watch the game?
So no, I did not watch the game, but I seen a full basically seeing a full video of the Super Bowl performance with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, we're clearly going to talk about that part. But I was just curious if you watched the game itself. Maybe I should have asked your
Yeah, no,
boyfriend before.
I heard the game itself was bad. It was like the
What? Oh,
worst
really?
Superbowl. Yeah, like a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter
Uh-huh.
and Reddit, etc. They were just
Oh.
saying that the Super Bowl was not good. It was boring.
Oh, I
I know that
didn't even hear anything about that.
yeah. If you haven't heard anything about the Super Bowl performance more than the performance of Bad Bunny, then you know
It,
the Super Bowl's bad.
that's
Like
true.
usually you hear like,
At least you hear something about the game.
yeah,
That's
but
true. I haven't heard anything about the game.
yeah. So people didn't
Huh.
talk about it because it was kind of boring. I know the Seahawks won. Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Good for
Congratulations to
them.
them.
Congratulations,
So
Mom.
yeah. So but yeah, I heard it was boring and bad at
Hmm.
the same time. So you know,
That's interesting.
yeah.
I did not know. You know what? I should have realized. I mean, my boyfriend doesn't usually talk to me about sports, like
Uh-huh.
results of sports. I usually
Mhm.
just know he's watching sports.
Mhm.
I barely spoke to him the
Uh-huh.
day of the Super Bowl because I knew I'm not going to get anything out of him.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah.
like, you'll say something.
Uh-huh.
He didn't even say anything.
No.
So, this is
But
like
he
an
said,
indication.
did he watch the performance or no?
He most likely did, yeah.
What did
Yeah.
he what did he thought
I
of
didn't talk to him about it
uh-huh.
because I didn't want to admit that I've been listening to Bad Bunny as much as I have been. He's gonna
Uh-huh.
have questions.
Yeah, like I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was
We are
the
gonna talk
set
about it.
the oh
No, no, no.
what
Go ahead. Continue what you're
oh
saying, but we
the
are
set
gonna
were
dig
oh
deep.
yeah. The set was beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. The Latino culture of it
Yeah.
too. Like
Well, not just Latino culture, but there's a little smack dab of Caribbean culture in there as
that
well,
too.
because Puerto
Yeah.
Rico is in the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of that as well. Like we saw like the dominoes,
Yeah, and it's
which is very not just I mean, I think Jamaicans tend to try
uh-huh.
and say, "Oh, we reclaim that." It's all Caribbean. Is
Yeah.
Black people, honestly, just in general as well, but
Uh-huh.
Caribbeans for sure are very
Mhm.
big in playing
Yeah.
dominoes
Yeah,
and,
oh, yeah. Domino's, I
so
saw that.
saw a little bit of that. That was
The
great.
vendor and the little kid, the little kid,
I wanna dig
the
deep on the little kid. You
oh,
mean the
yeah,
boy, right?
I heard about if you're talking about what you're gonna talk about, I heard about that. So, like, yeah, if you wanna explain that
Yeah.
a little bit
'Cause I
after.
actually just rewatched it today,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
just watching it the first time,
Mhm.
because I wanted to kind of really see and really dig it was more for me,
Yeah.
obviously, yes, to enjoy it,
Study it,
but
dissect it,
study
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That particular little boy. If we saw the little boy who he goes over to the little boy, he hands him
Mhm,
his Grammy. It was his
mhm,
Grammy that he had just won like a week before. And again, if you haven't seen him winning the Grammy, it's it's also very sweet as well because when they called his name to say he won, he didn't even get up right away. He was just, I think, in such shock and disbelief and
mhm.
obviously appreciation that he actually won a Grammy. You can tell how much he wanted this in that very moment. So for him to then take that Grammy and hand it off to this little kid was
Yeah.
very sweet in that alone. But
Mhm.
if you noticed, you see him, Bad Bunny, accepting his Grammy award on the TV screen,
Oh,
where,
yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
notice
he was
that?
yeah, the little kid was watching he's
Yeah.
watching Grammy
So
Awards.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like represented not only the next generation after
Mhm,
him, but also represented him. Because if you notice, and I didn't catch this at first, I'm like, ah, that's it. Ricky Martin comes on right after that little
mhm,
boy who was given the
mhm,
Grammy.
mhm,
So I searched, I'm like, wait a minute, did Ricky Martin win a Grammy? Ricky Martin did win a Grammy
mhm.
in 1999. Bad Bunny would have been maybe 7 at the time. That little boy also represented him probably watching Ricky Martin
Mhm,
accepting
mhm,
a Grammy award,
mhm.
because Ricky Martin is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So that it all ties in together, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that is
Mhm,
actually beautiful."
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it is, like, yeah, it's beautiful. I know there was more celebrities there. There was, like,
oh yeah, we're
I
gonna
don't
talk about that too.
no, you wanna you okay, you wanna
Yeah,
do that? Go ahead.
if anyone I miss, please tell me, but
Uh-huh.
who I
There
can't
was just
catch.
only 4. I saw
I
the
think that's more than even I caught, but, um,
go ahead.
I do wanna say too, as because I didn't Ricky
Uh-huh.
Martin, first of all, his performance, he was great. I absolutely love Ricky Martin. I've
Mhm,
loved him since I was a child
mhm,
myself.
mhm,
So seeing him in any performance, because he doesn't really have a lot of I could be wrong, maybe he does, but I haven't really heard a lot of new material from him in a long time. So seeing him kind of come into these performances, not the only one that I've seen him do,
mhm,
but it was just great. I love him. I absolutely love Ricky Martin.
mhm,
He's a good actor too, y'all.
mhm,
He was in the Versace,
mhm, mhm.
uh, I'm gonna say it says Versace because I am planning to do, um, an episode on something that involves Versace. I don't know, Mikkel
Right.
probably does not know anything about that, but if you know what I'm talking about, you've either seen it or you know the story. What I'm saying here, definitely find that. It's on FX. He was a great actor in that as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyways, um, the people that you were mentioning, when he's on top of the what looked like a house party, right?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously, again, is I think very cultural as well, if I'm correct, in like Latino culture, like doing all these like house parties and stuff like that. Obviously, a house party is something that everyone does, but I think it's very, I don't know if it's like a different feel for that. I don't know,
You remember the Super Bowl where, like, Dr. Dre and, Eminem and,
but that wasn't a house party.
there was kind of like, in a way, like, 50 Cent was, like, coming from the thing, and then they were just like
I
it
think
was
you're
just like
stretching. It didn't feel like a house party. Like it was a house
it
party.
was
There's people on the porch.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
he
was
was on the
shaped like a
porch.
house,
It was
whereas I don't remember
it
theirs
wasn't
being
like a
shaped like
no,
a
no, 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 no.
house.
They were dancing, and then 50 Cent was just, like, dropping down from his, like, from the bar, and
He
then
was
he was
upside down,
upside down.
correct?
Yeah, he was upside down, and then the dancers
I
were, like
think you're
right
stretching. That to me was more, it seemed connecting to in the club video where
yeah,
he is
yeah, yeah,
hanging
but, like,
upside down.
it was like the set was still like a house. The
I
set was
don't
still like a
remember it being set like a house. I'll have to go back and watch it, but I don't remember it being like it felt like it was shaped like a house, whereas like the Bad Bunny that was shaped like a house. It had the inside, there was or it was supposed to have like the inside, and then there was the outside. We didn't. I don't remember that with a Dr. Dre setup. Obviously, there's always going to be dancers. It's the Super
yeah,
Bowl.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
always
yeah,
going to be
hold on.
dancers, but I just don't remember that.
Was it?
Wasn't it more like a
Okay, no, no,
bus or
no, no, no.
something?
It was. I'm wrong. No,
Okay, yeah, that's what
yeah.
I
Okay,
remember,
so it
a
was just
bus.
dancers, and then
Yeah.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
then the screen was in the back, and then okay.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
no,
never
no,
mind, never
no.
mind, never mind. So, but yeah, no,
More
like,
like a I
uh,
think, like, more like a tour bus type of idea,
mhm,
because they can have
mhm,
screens like that on, like, buses and stuff like that.
mhm,
So
mhm,
probably, yeah, I think it's more like a tour bus type of idea to it, but anyway, the Bad Bunny situation, what again, I think people did not expect to see is, like, cameos of celebrities in this, like, house party type feel, and I thought that was really fun.
mhm.
You had Jessica Alba was there. I
Yep.
missed it in the performance, but she
Yeah,
did do, like, a
I saw it.
video
Yep.
where she was there, and I'm like, "Oh, she was there." So Jessica Alba was there, Pedro Pascal was there,
Mhm, mhm,
somewhere in the back. He didn't really dance, he was just in the
mhm,
back.
mhm.
Cardi B,
Yes,
was there as well.
yes.
Um, you said 4, who was the other person?
And then, well, like, not in that set. Well, that's all the in that set, and then there was
Oh,
another
okay. There was another
another
person in there,
guest.
but I don't know who that was
It's
in the
probably
house
like
party.
another like unknown
No, it wasn't an unknown, it's definitely a
reality
person that people
reality
know,
TV
but
actor that I just don't know.
yeah,
So
I don't know. They're unknown to me, but I think they are
like
known.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But
and
yeah,
then
there
let's
is
just
a
get
there's a fourth person that kind of performed with Bad Money, but I don't know if
kind of was more performing by herself. He kinda came in at the end of her performance, her little mini performance. Obviously, we're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
Lady Gaga.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so that's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
layers there with that too that I wanna talk
People
about.
thought her performance was horrible.
I thought
If you
mixed from that.
no, no, no. Like I don't I disagree with the performance. I thought it was good because if you go to like a if you go outside in any type of like do like you have an English speaker and then you have a Latino band like like an English
No,
singer.
I yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is actually layered more it was very intentional what
Hmm.
Bad Bunny was doing with this.
Yeah.
'Cause if you don't know, obviously, he's speaking in Spanish
Yeah.
entirely
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this performance.
And he has the
So
right to do
for
that. Go ahead.
Spanish speaking people, we don't know what he's saying, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But someone did translate the section that he said right before they went to the wedding, right?
Hmm.
And then once the wedding happened, it parted and it's Lady Gaga's there. He says, "Is this what you want?" And then they go over to a
Hmm.
heterosexual marriage.
Hmm.
So that's pointed. And then it
Yeah.
goes to a white woman
Mhm.
singing in English.
Mhm.
That's the point of this of her being in this performance.
Oh,
Because
I
this
didn't.
no, that is what people said. It goes back to what he said.
Yeah.
"Is
Yeah.
this what you want?" That is fact. That is what he
Hmm.
said.
Hmm.
And then it goes pans over to this.
Yeah.
That is a message, and that
Yeah.
is pointed.
Yeah. There was a lot of like right wing people watching the Super
Well,
Bowl.
no, there wasn't well, yes, but there was
Yes.
also white-winged people who were like, "I'm not gonna watch a Super Bowl performance this year because it's not American." We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Oh yeah.
We will be talking about all of you in a minute. But
There was another performance as well, but
while they had the turning point at the same time,
yeah.
where they called it the All-American halftime show, or whatever the hell they wanted to call it,
So
where they had Kid Rock performing, and he basically, from what I understood obviously, I did not watch the performance, I could care less.
there was a unknown singer that was singing about a country song. It was so stereotypical country song.
I've seen him. I
I just
just
want
saw
yeah.
him
It's so such a
today.
stereotypical country song. I just had to add to it. I just want to drink my beer.
Yeah,
You
stereotypical
know,
country song.
oh my god! And then I just added, well, ride your horse. I'm like, might as well say that too,
I mean,
right? Because
listen,
like it's
I don't wanna
basically,
come at country
yeah,
well,
I
I
know.
do wanna come at country a little bit,
But okay, go ahead.
because there isn't a lot of Black representing country music. There is, but there's not a lot.
Mhm,
And I remember, like, watching The Voice, and when Blake Shelton was still there,
mhm,
and he would say there was one Black black singer who was on his team who wanted to sing country. Can't remember if
Mhm.
he was female or if he was male. I can't remember. But whoever they were, they wanted to sing country. And I remember Blake Shelton saying, "There's not a lot of black people in country music."
Mhm.
And if I remember correctly, I can't remember if they won the season that year,
Uh-huh.
but either
Uh-huh.
way, there wasn't a lot of black people who represented country music. And it made me start to think, that's right. There isn't. So when you have like, listen, I don't like her, but I had to still ride for her in this sense.
Mhm.
I do not like Beyonce. But for Beyonce to try to come out, no matter what you think her motives may be, for her to come out and try to break into country music, when country music, she says, has been a part of her world because she is Texan, why is it always an issue? So, like, country music has to be white, has to be this, has to be that.
Mhm.
Why can't country music, like all other genres, just be music? And I do
Yeah.
come at rap as well because rap also seems to have an issue with white people um trying to
Um,
break into that as
um,
well. No, that's not true. They
no,
have
it's not.
had an issue. Yes, it is. Well, then let me say this then, because I'm not talking Eminem. He's probably one of the
But
only ones.
there's more than Eminem,
Then
but
who? Who?
now,
Please tell me now who that
MG
is.
MGK, Mac Miller,
I
there's,
really hard to say
the
MGK is I don't even know if he is rap. I don't know if he knows he's rap.
he started off hip hop, and then he went, like, rock, and
See, that
I
is
think he
different.
still dabbles in hip hop
See,
a lot
that's
of the
different.
times.
But hip hop is different than rap.
Mhm.
Hip hop is a different thing than rap because you can still be a singer and do hip hop. Rap is rap.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue. I'm not talking hip hop. I'm talking rap
He
because when
often
no, they can be similar, but they are different genres.
what do you consider rap, in my opinion? You consider, like
I would consider like 50 Cent he rap. It's about how they are coming into the music, right? How they present themselves in the music. You are a rapper. 50 Cent's a rapper. Snoop Dogg's a rapper. Tupac's a rapper. Biggie's a rapper. Those are rappers.
Mhm.
But then when we talk hip hop, I'm thinking people like think top of my head here. Well, I can't say Diddy, that's not right. Um
Jay-Z Jay-Z, I'm gonna say Kanye, early Kanye, I apologize for the
but they're
Kanye
also
fans.
rappers.
Um, you think they're rappers?
Absolutely, Kanye's a rapper. Jay-Z,
Early
well,
Kanye, I would say,
no,
he
he
was
was
more of
still
a
rapping. Early
mhm.
Kanye was still a rapper. I've never seen
So,
Here's the
what do
thing,
you
if you
okay,
try to sing, chances are you're not a singer.
so hold on.
Like Will
So
Smith, he can't sing for but he's a good rapper. So
so
that's
hold
the
on.
difference.
Okay, once again, what do you consider a hip hop artist?
Okay, like,
Because I
Mary J. Blige, she has dabbled in some hip hop. She R&B, hip hop is kind of she's not a rapper, but she has done hip hop. Missy Elliott, she actually has sung
so
as well.
you're talking
She
about
is can go between rap and hip hop, but she is
so
also a
you're talking
singer,
about
so
so you're talking about, like, a hip hop artist that just, like, does, like, jingles, like,
not
because it sounds like that's
jingles.
where it
Jingles,
sounds
what
like
are
yeah,
jingles?
like someone like MC Hammer, right? Like,
Okay,
you think
yes.
that's hip hop?
Um, I wouldn't consider him a
He's not a
rapper.
rapper. I wouldn't
He's
say
definitely not a rapper, so yes.
okay, so you're talking about
Someone who, like, if they try
okay.
to rap, they can't
I
rap.
kinda see
If they
what you're
try and
saying,
then a rapper, if they try to sing, they can't sing.
but
It's a difference.
I think a lot of, like, MCs will probably disagree with you on that.
Maybe, that's fine, but
Yeah.
I think, like, again, like I said, rap and hip hop is very similar,
Mhm.
but I personally think someone who's a hip hop mainly singer
Mhm.
will never be able to rap, and vice versa,
Okay.
because rappers rap is rapping, it's the actual form of rapping.
Mhm.
So, you know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Yeah. But going back with Eminem and all that, I think early on, yes, I do agree with you, like, back in, like, the early when a lot they didn't accept white rappers back in the day, but when
Oh, they
Dre
accept
did that
Eminem.
with Eminem, it kinda
Drake is
opened up
not
no, no,
white.
no, wait, hold on. No, no, no.
Oh, Dre, okay.
Dr. Dre opened that gate for like he opened that door for Eminem and then it just
Mhm,
opened the floodgates
mhm,
to say, yes, white rappers are allowed to
absolutely.
rap music.
Yes, but I
So,
don't think that was okay. The reason why I'm saying this, maybe it's a little bit different for women
mhm,
because, I mean, she's not really singing as much anymore anyways, or rapping or whatever you wanna consider her to be.
mhm, mhm.
But Iggy Azalea, remember Iggy Azalea?
Yes.
She rapped. She was a
Uh-huh.
rapper. She was
Uh-huh.
not a singer. But and that was she's more recent. She's been in since the aughts, right?
Yes.
People had a huge issue with a white female rapping. And you're like, and the black community was the community that was basically saying,
Oh, that's not
"You're
it.
not a rapper. You are a s you're doing hip hop. You're not a rapper." But she was essentially rapping.
Yeah, because she wasn't
Is that a problem?
she wasn't I mean,
You can
she
think
had
she's
some
not
good songs. She
good.
had some good songs, but like she wasn't.
Well, again, me and my
There
boyfriend
was
both
one.
agree on this. We actually like Iggy Azalea. I have nothing against Iggy Azalea. I actually
She's alright.
listen to her music. But again, that is different than saying she's not good or you don't like her
Mhm.
and then trying to bring her down and say, "Well, you're not rapping." That's very different. You're
Yeah,
entitled to not like her
yeah, yeah.
100%,
I
and
agree
that's
with that.
fine.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that.
to then say you're not a rapper, that's not okay. That's going against what rap
Mhm,
is supposed to be, and that's supposed to
mhm,
be inclusive. But then
mhm.
you're excluding someone who you just don't like. That's not okay. But and again, you can have your feelings about Iggy Azalea, whatever.
Mhm.
But like it's just don't say she's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
rapper
yeah,
just
yeah,
because you
yeah,
don't like her.
yeah, yeah.
So
No,
we
yeah,
are also bad with when it comes to that as well.
I
Um,
I I think from a white female standpoint, yeah, I haven't heard any type of any other
no,
white females other than
I
the
haven't seen
white
any.
males, yes. The
And
white
again,
males are
MGK, I don't think about because like
yeah.
I
MG
don't listen to his music. The
there's
only time I ever saw him in anything
yeah,
was that movie with Sandra Bullock where everybody couldn't look outside and whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
That's it. I don't care for
I'm in
MGK, so I don't
so
care.
okay, yeah, so there's MGK, there's Matt Miller, there's
Okay.
Logic.
Okay. Oof.
Logic,
I don't know Logic.
you know Logic, okay, you don't know
No, I
Logic.
know the name, but
There's
I don't know who it is.
there okay, so there is do you know the rapper Tech Nine? He has
Who?
a label group, Tech Nine.
No.
Okay. Well, he also has like a label group. He has a white rapper in there. His name is Technique. He's very underground,
Mhm.
but like he's very like known in the underground. Like he's very known. Like Eminem even like
Okay.
like knows who he is. That's another one is too. Uh shoot. And I think there's more. Oh, Macklemore is another one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Macklemore. That's enough, but he's
But
not in that.
Macklemore has
He hasn't like been in the
no, he
spotlight.
took a break a long time ago and then he didn't
Yes.
come back.
Yeah.
There was something going on, I think, in his personal life,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's why he took a break. But yeah, that's true, Macklemore. I completely forgot about
Yeah.
him.
Macklemore. Yeah. So yeah,
And I
it's
like
a
Macklemore.
yeah. It's a span a lot of rap, but like it's kind of like uh what you take when it comes to hip hop. Obviously, it's black dominated because like
Mhm.
that's part of the
Which is
culture.
fine.
But
I don't have
yeah.
an issue with something
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
Black dominated. We
Yeah.
deserve to
Yeah.
have that to be
Yeah.
ours and whatever. I get that part.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
just trying to say, like, just talk about the hypocrisy of it all. That's all I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but anyways, yes. So yeah, that back to Lady Gaga and Bad Bunny. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what he was trying to say. Like, you're not gonna like me because I'm Puerto Rican. I mainly speak and sing in Spanish. Um, yes, he speaks English. I've
Mhm.
heard him speak in English, everybody who
Mhm.
thinks he doesn't speak English, he does.
He
He just
does.
chooses to speak in Spanish, which is his mother tongue. Why wouldn't anyone prefer to do that? You know what I mean? It's
But you got
anyone who has a
yeah,
first language that's not English.
but you got these Americans who just think like America is an English first country. You speak English in this country. Just
Okay.
like what?
Honestly, you stole no different than Canada. but you stole a country
Mhm.
from people who were there before you, who
Mhm.
most likely did not speak English. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You have predominant Spanish communities in your
Mhm.
country.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Like, Puerto Ricans are part of America. Like,
It is a part of
yeah.
America, and that's
Yeah.
why I said
So,
we'll
like,
talk about it.
yeah.
Y'all tend to forget Puerto Rico is a territory y'all bought. It is
Mhm.
your country.
Mhm.
Puerto Rico is part of your country. What are you talking about? That and the Virgin Islands, I believe. You
Mhm.
that is America. You
Yep.
bought the country, so that is your country. And it's
Yep.
funny because I saw this later on, a comedian, um, who does definitely he's a comedian, he is funny, but he also really does talk about, like, politics and, like, the hot tops of politics and racism because he's a Black man. So
Right.
he just
Right.
kinda really focuses on those things too and
Uh-huh.
brings it to light. One of the things that he brought to light was, Donald Trump talking about speaking to the president of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
You mean you mean you? You spoke to
Mhm.
yourself? What are you
Mhm.
talking about?
Mm.
And it's like, it begs the question. Actually, I don't know. Sorry, it wasn't that comedian. Sorry, it was Cat Williams, which I'll talk about when we do the Netflix or whatever we're calling it episode. Um, it was Cat Williams. I'm incorrect. So it was him that said, "Who are you talking to? If not yourself, like you are the president of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands.
Mhm.
So if you who was messing with you? Like what?" Here's the thing, he was most likely lying. He didn't talk to nobody. And it goes to show a president who doesn't even know everyone that's in his, I hate to say control, but control. What are you like? What is this man in the White House? And he doesn't even know that. It's kind of like us here in Canada
Mhm.
saying people in the Yukon or Northwest Territories, they're not Canadian. Yes, they are Canadian because they are a part of Canada.
Yeah.
They are also our territories, no different than Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands
Mhm.
is their
Mhm.
territory.
Mhm.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's a yeah, a lot of it's like I don't know, it's just like
it's dumb.
yeah, it really is because like America's a multicultural country. Like there
They
like 40
are.
like I think 40 million people speak Spanish.
Oh,
Like
yes.
yeah, so like
They
you
offer I
don't
mean, they offer Spanish here as well. Spanish is not considered a second language in the States,
mhm,
but like the way how it is for us here for
uh-huh,
French.
uh-huh,
But there are a lot of Spanish speaking people. It
yeah,
actually always amazed me
yeah,
that Spanish was not considered a official second language in
yep,
the States.
mhm,
Since I was a child, when I heard about that, I'm like, "Why?" Because like, there are a lot of Spanish speaking people.
right,
So, just like how here there is a lot of French speaking, people, and it became an official language, you know? Quebec fought for that, mind you, and maybe someone would need to fight for that, but obviously that's not gonna happen in this administration. But it's you know what I mean? So why are we amazed that someone and again, okay, I need to say this part too while it's on my mind. For everyone out here coming at Bad Bunny saying he's not American, this is supposed to be American, you all okay with The Weeknd performing being the headliner for the Super Bowl? And he is not American. He is Canadian.
hmm, yeah,
Someone actually put up like the amount of different artists who performed at the Super Bowl who were not American. Shakira, not American. Now, mind you, she did go alongside JLo, who is American. She is Puerto Rican as well, but that's besides the point. It was both of them together. That's what they chose to do. There was another one too, but I can't remember them all. Um, but that's was also very Rihanna. She's not American.
oh
She's
yeah,
from
she's not
Barbados.
American, yep, she's not American. Yeah, Jennifer and Shakira, who's oh, are they American? Or they just like
Jennifer
slaps?
Lopez is I just said that. Jennifer Lopez is American. She's
Yeah,
from the Bronx.
uh-huh,
She's born in the Bronx,
right, I forgot
but she
Jennifer,
is
yeah,
Puerto Rican. Her background is Puerto
yes,
Rican, but she
yes,
is
and that was yeah,
American. Well, either
it
way,
was
whether she was Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, or born in the States, it doesn't matter. She is
Yeah,
American. But
and
she
that
is
was
born from New York.
yeah, and that was another Super Bowl, performance as well, so, like, with
Yeah, Shakira. She
yeah,
performed with
yeah,
Shakira.
yeah,
Shakira is
Taylor.
the one that is she's from Colombia. She is
Mm,
not American.
mhm,
So we're okay with all of that. Why? Because Shakira, I guess, in order to break into the music industry at a time where she never would have been able to do that without speaking
mhm,
English. Let's be
mhm,
real.
mhm,
And again, let's remember Shakira's been around a long time.
mhm,
Um, she conformed in order to have a career.
yeah,
So what? Bad Bunny doesn't conform to what people want, and he sings predominantly in Spanish. So if you go and you listen to his music, it's Spanish, y'all. He doesn't speak anything else. It is Spanish. And because he doesn't conform to what people want,
mm,
we have a problem.
mm.
I don't know. When he's saying Google, Google, it's free, y'all.
Yeah,
Google.
no, like, yeah, just Google it. I sure, like, you can turn on the YouTube video, translator as well, they have
And people did.
yeah,
And some
so,
people did say the translation wasn't 100% accurate, but it's to be
mhm,
expected.
mhm,
I mean, even hell, 90 Day Fiance doesn't always get it right either from what people say.
mhm,
But it's not gonna 100% be accurate, but it's still gonna give you an idea. So if you
mhm,
really truly wanna know me, I don't care what he's saying.
mhm,
I'm enjoying the music. Because
mhm.
again, as someone else also said, music doesn't have a language.
Yep,
Point blank period.
yep.
So yeah.
Did you see the message, what he the message that he had, during the Super Bowl? Uh,
Which message are we talking about?
hate something the hate let me just
Oh, are you talking about the hate towards him?
hold on. No, no, no.
He has been getting hate and he did come out with
Oh,
um what sounded like fear from
hold on,
backlash,
hold on,
of
hold on.
potential
Uh,
backlash.
there was a message on the board. Hold on. Okay, so it said on the board, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love."
Yes, I did
See
see
that?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did
Okay,
see
yeah,
that.
so, like, yeah, basically, that was a good message right there. And then on the football, when he had the football, and then he spiked it, it said, "Together, we are America."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
simple. And then again, when he brought in all of the different countries, the Caribbean countries, South American
Mhm.
countries, Jamaica was mentioned. I didn't hear him say it, although someone translated it and went and put it like in the writing all the countries he mentioned. So I didn't hear him say Jamaica, but I saw the flag. So I'm like, okay, so he
Mm.
did say Jamaica. So he did say all of these different countries. And he said, first of all, he started off with saying, God bless America and all of these other countries. And he said again,
Canada.
USA.
Mhm.
He
He
said
said
USA
Canada as
twice,
well.
y'all. And ended it off with Canada.
Canada, yeah. And then the flags are in the
And the flames in the
background.
background. And
Yeah,
that's
a
when
lot of the
he
flags, yeah.
showed and then spiked the football.
Right, but there was a lot of mixed reaction. I'm like, "No, why is all the flags in the background? This is America. We're all in Amer"
No,
It's
you
that's what
understand
there
something,
was huge.
Americans. Not
Yes.
everything has to do with you.
Yeah,
Okay. The Super Bowl isn't only being
yeah.
played in the States. It is being broadcasted around the world.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Understand that, first of
Mhm,
all. I actually, because I've seen, first of all, the shorts that have come out, the reels, all of this that have come out after the Super Bowl. I'm
mhm.
telling you, my algorithm right now is mainly Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
It is insane. And but I'm watching all of these different videos of people like reenacting his Super Bowl performance. One of them though that caught my eye even more than the others was I don't know exactly where they were, but in Africa nonetheless. And they were reenacting the scene where he goes on top of the car. So kind of like the whole scene around that. So that again goes I say this to say it goes to show that this stretches his performance or the Super Bowl or whatever, it stretches far beyond America.
Mhm.
Understand that this is not just about you.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah, I
where
agree.
it's being held,
Mhm,
it is not just
mhm.
about you.
Yep. But yeah,
So,
that part was beautiful. I actually liked it when he just did the
I
flies
loved
and
his performance.
yeah, I actually liked it, yeah, you know?
I do wanna talk about this very quickly, this the negative comments that have come out, 'cause
Mhm.
I do wanna point this out, and I wanna debunk it, and I wanna move on.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Number 1, people have been saying that in one of the songs that he performed, he said, and I quote, "My is fire." Now, here's my thoughts. Number 1,
Mhm,
it very well could be a lyric in the song. However, I highly doubt that he actually said that in the Super Bowl performance. It's most likely a line in the song, generally speaking. Because in one of the other songs that he performed, and I listened to it and I was watching to see what happens.
mhm,
It was what did I say it was? I think it was the song that he performed before, like, the wedding and Gaga came on. It's that particular song. The chorus is fine, but then
mhm.
when he goes into the verses, he's talking sex, y'all. It's a lot of sex talk. It stopped before it got to the verse, so it kinda goes to show he wasn't out here talking explicitly. He
Yeah.
can't even do it. It goes against, like, who he has to go to. It goes
Mhm,
against all of
mhm.
that. He can never do it. So that's that.
Yeah.
Number 2, um, y'all, maybe his is fire. Who cares? You
Mhm,
act like he's the first person to talk about his dick. He's not, nor will he be the last. Y'all can handle reggae because, Lord, if you're really getting
mhm.
up in arms about him saying a very simple line, honestly, in my opinion, y'all need, I don't know what you need, but Lord. Next thing they talked about is him, well, gyrating and grabbing his crotch. As you all probably heard in the previous episode, we talked about Michael Jackson.
Mhm.
Michael Jackson has been grabbing his crotch before it was cool. Okay.
Yeah.
He has been doing it long before Bad Bunny was even a thought in his parents' eyes. Okay. Y'all need to calm down.
Wait,
Now,
wait, wait. That's no, well, that's the Michael Jackson. That's his signature move.
that was a signature move,
Nobody can do it
but
other than the king
here,
of pop.
no, 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 no,
You
no. But
compare
here's,
him to
no, no, no. Hold on.
that's what they're gonna say to you.
But I want to say this. Michael Jackson did get fired for grabbing his crotch, though. I do want to say that. But he kept on going, and then we're all like, oh, he's not going to stop anyway.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
whatever. I think the
Oh,
biggest time he ever got as much hate for it was his black or white video,
I
because
think
there's
what
an
I
extended version of
yeah,
it
yeah,
that not many people have seen, but there is an extended
yeah,
version of the
yeah,
black or
yeah.
white video, and he
Yeah,
grabbed his
what
crotch a lot. So he did
yeah.
get hate for it as well. But are we it's not meant to be sexual. It's just something that some men, while performing, do. I've seen others do it as well. It is not that big of a deal. And if you're really gonna come up in arms about him grabbing his crotch, well,
Mhm.
who cares? It's not, I don't think he was doing it to be gross or disgusting or anything. It's just, as Michael said,
Yeah.
I'm in the beat of the music, I'm feeling the music, and sometimes I might just, ooh, grab my crotch. He's like, I don't
Mhm.
even realize I'm doing it. But I'm doing it, but I don't realize that I'm doing it in the moment because I'm in the music. I can't speak
Mm.
for Bad Bunny,
Yeah,
but maybe that's what he was doing. Who cares though? I don't care.
yeah,
Um,
I didn't care for him.
I didn't care. But do what you're doing. He's dancing, he's having fun,
Mhm,
he's
mhm,
tried
mhm,
a little bit,
mhm.
have some fun. Like,
Yep,
it's so
yep.
dumb.
So, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, this one more thing I wanted to say. I saw this on Facebook. A black woman talking about the performance and kind of saying, don't get mad at us if we don't understand what he's saying, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And then saying that, black people, she wished that were included in the conversation. I, People were
Oh,
coming for her. People
okay,
were coming for her in the comments.
okay.
But
There's there's a little more I wanna add, but you can
yeah, so she said what she was saying. I need to say this. Black people, although there are Black people who are from Puerto Rico, okay? So I'm not including you in
yeah,
this.
there is, yep,
Yeah, I'm not
yes.
including Black people
No,
who are from Latin
oh, no,
American
yeah,
countries.
there's
I'm
there's mixed.
only talking
Yeah.
about Black people in other countries and other
Mm,
come from other countries.
uh,
This isn't about us. This is not about
mm,
us.
mm-hmm.
We have had a lot of Black representation leading up to Bad
Oh
Bunny.
yeah,
We had
yeah.
Kendrick, we had Brianna, we had Usher.
Yeah,
We do
Dr.
not
Dre.
need Dr. Dre and friends. We
Yeah,
don't need to be a part of this conversation.
yeah.
We
Uh,
need to stay out of
that's
this
fine,
conversation.
and
Because
that's fine.
and the thing too that she was saying is like, despite what people think, like we are inclusive, you don't sound very inclusive right now. To speak for yourself, you do not seem very inclusive right now. Because I don't need to be a part of this conversation.
So, that's selfishness. You
It
know
is
that's what
selfish.
it is because they
Black
want this.
people, unfortunately, and I know I'm saying this
Mhm.
on in Black History Month, and I apologize.
Yes, yeah. That's because that's why
Yeah,
it's
it's
Black
not my
History
fault the
Month.
Super Bowl happens during our month,
Yeah,
but this is besides that.
yeah. It's
Black
important.
people are very selfish in the sense of we think that we need to be included in every conversation, that
Hmm.
everything that comes bad is directed at us. We
Yeah.
are not the only ones that are dealing with and
Hmm.
dealing with people alienating us,
Hmm.
coming at us, being
Hmm.
racist towards us. We're not
Hmm.
the only ones.
Hmm.
Indigenous people have been dealing with it for decades and decades and decades
Yeah.
and millennia, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes. That's
Asians are dealing
Asians.
with it as
Yes.
well.
Mexicans.
Well,
Uh,
Mexicans are part of Latin ex
and
people,
y-
but them as
y-
well.
yeah.
They're also part of the statistic. Yes, we can come together and form be unified
Mm,
in the challenge of being accepted by white people,
mm,
but our fights can also be separate as well.
mm,
You know what I mean? Does
mhm.
that make
I
sense what
agree.
I'm
No,
saying?
no, no. I agree. No, 100%.
So it's for this woman, Black
Mm.
woman, to basically be like, I wish Black people were a part of this conversation. We don't need to be part of this conversation right
No,
now.
no, no, not
And
this,
again, I'm
not
not
this year.
talking about Black
Mm,
people within Latin American
mhm,
countries.
mhm,
That's very
mhm,
different.
mhm,
But I'm just saying generally, for
mhm.
everyone else, we do not need to be a part
Yeah,
of this conversation right now.
yeah. Like we said, we had multiple Super Bowls.
Mhm.
So let the Latin culture have this one.
Yeah, and
Understand?
they've never really had this except for J-Lo and Shakira, but that was a long
Uh,
time ago.
yeah, yeah.
We've had how many did I say? Four different years of straight Black people. And you know why
Mm,
it happened? Because we thought it needed to happen at the time.
mhm,
Because Black people were being included in things that we weren't included in before. So that's
mhm.
why it happened that way. It was strategic. I don't want
Yeah.
to say that it wasn't. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, we did have it. When we
Yeah.
have Tyra Banks taking over Dancing with the Stars
Mhm.
because and firing Tom Bergeron, I'll never get over it.
Uh-huh.
Um, don't worry, Tyra, I'm coming for you next time.
Mhm,
Don't you
mhm,
worry.
mhm.
Ooh, I got things to say about Tyra. But anyways, we'll
Yeah,
save that for another episode.
yeah, yeah.
But yes,
Just to piggyback off of this,
you said a rumor, right?
yeah,
Okay,
there were like you know who Little Boozy is, right?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he watched the performance, right?
Hmm.
And he looked so distraught and disappointed. He
And
just
what?
like he was acting like a baby and just basically like, we want Chris Brown,
Oh,
and
I heard that.
I'm like, I
Can
don't
I
think
say Chris Brown will never be in the Super Bowl?
yes because of
Not by himself, anyways.
because of two reasons: Jay
Well,
Z and Beyonce, and actually
you
Rock
think
Nation
so?
too.
Them.
Jay Z because of and they signed Rihanna. Those two signed Rihanna, and
Oh
they
yeah,
still have a great
yeah,
relationship with
yeah.
Rihanna.
Right.
If Chris Brown hosting the Super Bowl and Rihanna sees that,
Well, no, I disagree with you. Here's
yeah,
why I disagree with you.
yeah,
The reason why,
mhm,
because I do, like I said, I do think he will never be on the Super Bowl. Not
yeah,
because of that, though.
that too, and the
I
media
think
backlash.
because Rihanna has forgiven him. Let's not
You
forget the
think so?
timeline. Do I think so? It's a fact. You clearly were not paying attention.
Mhm,
Here's the timeline. That
yeah,
situation happened, as we all remember. We all heard it about
mhm,
what happened, the battery. We all heard
mhm,
about it.
mhm,
They got back together 3 or 4 years later. Did you not remember this? It was short lived, but they got back together.
mhm,
You don't clearly remember this.
Yeah, I don't.
She was featured in one of his songs, Turn Up the Music. She's featured on that song. That song came out after that whole situation happened. Another song that she
But
has,
didn't
let me
she do it?
finish. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
Another
Go
song
ahead.
that
Go
she
ahead.
has, Birthday Sex. No, sorry, Birthday Cake. I'm getting confused with that one.
Uh-huh.
Birthday
Yeah, yeah.
Cake.
Uh-huh.
Chris Brown is featured in that song. He is in that song as well. Again, after. But like I said, they got back together. But then they did break up because she did say, like, I think she said, like, around the lines of she just couldn't get over it enough to be in a relationship with him. However, she said, I have no ill will against him. I do
Mm,
forgive him for what happened. I've moved on past it.
mm,
Done. That's it.
mm.
So
Okay. All
she
right.
did forgive him. So I don't think he wouldn't be on it because of, you know, Brianna
Do
being
you
on it
do
before and all
you
of this.
do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce forgave him? I
It's
don't
not their
know.
place to forgive him or not to forgive him. They
Or
can't stop his career from happening.
I know
And I
that's
say this to other people, I've said this to other people as well, like fans
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like I've seen it before and people being really hatred towards Chris Brown because of it. And trust me, he's a piece of shit. It hasn't changed. He's done it to other women. So
Mm,
the fact that this man hasn't been Me Too'd to the point where his career is in the
that
is
too.
ridiculous to me. And I'm coming from a person who I loved and adored Chris Brown.
That's
I
then
loved and adored
yeah
him,
yeah.
but I was still like, nah, I can't support this.
See
So I do not listen to Chris Brown like
yeah,
now anyways. Like I have a
but
few of his songs from back in the day, but it's hard for me. I really can't listen to a lot of his music a lot of the
yeah
time because it is
yeah,
hard
but
for me.
a lot of
Um,
women have forgave him.
a
A
lot of
lot of
women
his
have
women,
forgiven
his
him,
yeah, forgive him. Like there's a huge
but a lot
fan
of
base.
women
He did a
haven't as
tour.
well. There are a lot of
He
women who haven't forgiven
yeah,
him either.
he was successful. I read an article that he was successful on his last tour he just did, uh, like, past few months ago or yeah,
Very recently, yeah.
very yeah, yeah. He was successful in that,
Yes, he was.
and
He was in Toronto.
yeah. Mm. Oh,
Yeah,
he was?
he was in Toronto.
And it sold
Um,
out, did it?
mm,
It sold out, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had like women coming up on stage with him.
Oh,
I don't remember the woman who came up on stage was in Toronto per se, but
yeah.
he had a woman come up on stage. I don't know if it's a part of his act or whatever, but he did have like a woman come up on stage and he's like,
Mm,
for a particular song that he was performing or whatever it was.
yeah.
Um, but
But
there
could
again, like I said, there are people who did not forgive him.
yes. But
And
could
I do say, like, you can
mhm,
forgive him or not forgive him in the sense where you thought he was one thing and he turned out to be another thing.
mhm,
Totally understand that. But to completely hold on to hatred because Rihanna's gone and forgiven him, y'all. It's
okay.
not up to us
Mm,
anymore. Like, it happened to her.
uh,
And, you know, I think, again,
okay.
I don't,
Okay.
I'm gonna, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
My
yeah, I
thoughts on
understand.
it.
I understand,
But
like, I think like, for me, I think because Rock Nation is Jay-Z and basically Beyonce, I don't think they will, but, like, they could just
I
do
just
it for
don't think he's
business.
good enough,
I don't
personally.
they could just do it for business, but, like, the backlash that will have,
There'll be a
you
lot of
could
backlash.
oh my god, the right wing will rip
We think Bad
him
Bunny's bad.
apart.
We think Bad
We're
Bunny got a
yeah,
lot of backlash. Oh
oh,
boy.
you hear right wing, "You allow a white people to perform at Super
Well,
Bowl?"
but here's the thing, right wingers. And again, I'm only talking about right wingers. I'm talking MAGA. I'm not even talking
Mhm.
Republicans in general. I'm talking
Yeah, yeah,
MAGA.
yeah.
Y'all want to have a problem potentially with a woman beater being on the Super Bowl, but y'all are okay having a pedophile in the White House? I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
anyways,
So, another thing too is that, to add to that, the Super Bowl next year is gonna be in LA.
okay.
Now
We
you
don't even know who we could end up having in LA.
you're gonna like this.
Okay.
The Backstreet Boys
I've heard.
want to
They've been
do it.
petitioning. Yeah, I've heard
Yes,
that. I've heard that.
they want to do it.
I've
So,
heard people
I don't mind
actually,
I don't
I
mind I
would love
don't
it. I love
I
it.
don't mind I don't mind.
I don't think we've had like a boy band type Super Bowl since,
Maroon
um,
5.
oh, right. I forgot Maroon 5
Yeah.
did Super Bowl. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that
Oh my God.
that was
Yeah.
before Roc Nation, the
Yes.
NFL asked Roc Nation,
Yes.
I think, cause yeah, yeah.
But I remember I must be remembering this correctly. It wasn't Justin Timberlake's performance though, but I don't remember who the performance was. But in Sync, am I wrong, or was that like an award show? It might have been an award show, not Super Bowl. It might have been an award show.
It was just Justin Timberlake. Yeah,
Yes,
just
yes, yes, yes.
and then I think he
Justin
invited
Timberlake
his
did do a Super Bowl
yeah.
performance. Remember
Uh,
he
yeah, you're talking
that
about
was
the
in Minneapolis, I think, because
yeah.
he definitely did like a tribute to Prince
Hmm.
and all that. I think it was a couple years after Prince's death. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that I remember. I must be confusing it with an award show when they brought on when NSYNC. But what people were talking about with Backstreet Boys is let's make it even more interesting and let it be the battle of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Let's do it. I would love that.
It's up to insane because
Well,
you
yeah,
know that these artists they don't I don't think they get paid to go into I'm not sure. They're
no,
sponsored by Apple. I'm like, okay, does Apple pay for it or
no, they don't
not
get
the
paid.
NFL?
They don't get
Okay,
paid for it.
okay.
No.
So like I know the NFL doesn't pay, but like
Mm-mm.
Apple is just sponsored. No, no, I'm like,
Um,
it has to, still
I've
has
heard
to.
they don't get paid for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, they get paid through their music, so but
Yes, they get paid because that's exactly it.
yeah,
The amount of people who probably did what I
uh-huh.
did and went on Spotify and started adding some Bad Bunny to your playlist. That's what
Mhm,
I did. That's
mhm,
what I did. But here's how they could make money. I don't know if any royalties would go to Bad Bunny with this,
mhm,
but what I noticed they did this year, and I actually looked to see if Kendrick Lamar also was on this as well, but I didn't see him.
mhm.
So I think maybe they started it this year. Spotify has the entire Super Bowl performance on the platform. I have it on my playlist. Like the actual Super Bowl
The
performance, you can
video?
listen to it on Spot. No, not the video, the audio.
Oh,
But they
yeah,
have the
yeah, yeah,
audio
yeah. Kendrick
on
did that. Yeah,
Spotify.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Did Kendrick
didn't
do
Kendrick?
it?
Yes, he did. I
I
think he
didn't
did.
see
Yes, he
it.
did.
It must be gone now, but I
Yes,
didn't see it.
he probably got ripped for copywriting.
Um,
Oh yeah, it's
no,
probably
but
because
it's
let me see.
definitely Super Bowl is it's not like it's part of Bad Bunny or anything. It's the Super Bowl. It's the Apple,
Yeah,
whatever it
Super
is.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
them that uploaded this to Spotify. I think that's
Oh,
genius. That's
s-
a way they can make some money. Bad Bunny maybe can get some royalties off of that as well.
oh
But
yeah, the
yeah,
NFL still has it. Yeah, no, the NFL. Let me see if it's under Kendrick Lamar. Oh no, sorry,
I looked.
I'm playing it
It's
right now.
I looked. He's not there because I did look. He's not there. I didn't look any past Kendrick, but I didn't see Kendrick Lamar there. Um,
Oh no, it's here.
it
It says
is
yeah, it's here. Super Bowl Kendrick Lamar halftime show live.
on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify here.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
gonna have to find that then because I actually wanted to add it too. But
Yeah,
um,
yeah, it's
okay,
on
so
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll look for that then because I was looking. I'm like, I didn't see it. Okay,
yeah, it's
I'll look again.
just yeah,
Um,
but like yeah, no, like
so
yeah,
but that's a
I
genius
don't
idea
know if
though.
I don't know if it's that his idea or is it the NFL. I'm trying
It
to do my
has to be the
research here.
NFL if both Kendrick and Bad Bunny's performances are there. It's not them.
Let me see. Let's,
It's definitely because wasn't a
let me
part of
see if it's
his. It wasn't a part of Bad Bunny's like profile. When
yeah,
I looked, it was separate. So I don't think it's them. It's definitely the NFL.
yeah, it's the
And
NFL.
it's smart.
I'm
That is
trying to
smart.
I'm trying to click, but it's not clicking. Oh, let me just try to see if trying to click to see if there's any more information. Oh no, it's part of his singles. Oh yeah. I bet he asked the NFL if it's okay. Let me see if Bad Bunny has it. Did he search for Bad Bunny?
I did go to his profile, so maybe it was there. I just don't remember. Um, but yeah,
Oh yeah, it's here. I wonder if they asked the NFL if they could do it.
maybe, or maybe the NFL just lets them do it now.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick Lamar could have started
Getting
it,
some money.
and then it just kept going after that. Maybe.
Okay, yeah, yeah, no, that's a good way to just pay them. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good way to
Um,
okay.
but the other since we're kind of, I think we're done talking Bad Bunny now, though, right?
Yes, but we can go to Turning Point
I
USA if
don't
you
want to talk about Turning Point.
and Kid Rock
I
and
do not want to talk about it. I've already said what I said in the beginning. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Thank you very much. But since we're on the Kendrick Lamar thing, I do want to say this. I don't know if you've noticed. Drake and McDonald's have teamed up. Did you notice this?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got because I went to get my brother McDonald's the other day
Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh.
my brother is definitely team Kendrick. So he wanted McDonald's. I got him McDonald's,
Yeah, yeah.
and I come back and it's mainly on the cup, right? The
Yep.
drink,
Uh-huh.
the his the his brand. And I give the cup to my brother, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but McDonald's is teamed up with Drake. And he looks at it and he's like, why? I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess McDonald's made a stance, and there you go.
Yeah.
Or Drake paid a lot of money. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, he's obviously Drake's making. He's actually stamping his that logo over it. The only time I hated it was during the Toronto Raptors. Oh my god.
Oh well, that's not surprising though.
The last 5 years, the Toronto Raptors uniform was black and gold, and it was I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, no,
There's some people that thought it was sick, but most
I don't
people who are
mind
Toronto
it. I
Raptors
think the
fans,
colors are okay.
the
But
colors
if
are
like
okay. No, the
but if
colors
the
are
reason
wonderful.
is because of him.
But the Toronto Raptors are red and white
Mhm,
and purple,
mhm, mhm.
right? They're
That's
not
always what it's
supposed.
been.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
not supposed to be black gold. I'm like, no, like it was cool for like 2 seasons, but they just did
Yeah.
it for like five, around I think around six. I'm like, okay, I'm getting sick and tired of this. I
Again,
need to
Drake
stop.
is not the only person from Toronto. Shit. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? But
but
whatever.
he was the global ambassador of Toronto Raptors, and that's why.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm not
That's why. But
surprised
like, but
by Drake being a part of the Raptors, but I'm just like,
he
come on
could
now.
have made a
I mean, my
twist.
brother
You know
has a
what
sweater of his.
I'm
He got it years and years and years ago.
hmm
We got it actually at the CNE.
hmm
So we got it years and years and years ago. And I remember bringing it up to him. This is when I found out he was Team Kendrick. And I brought it up to him. And I'm like, you don't wear that sweater anymore. Like, I think my
Yeah,
mom said it too. Like, you don't wear that sweater.
yeah,
It's a beautiful sweater,
yeah,
despite the fact that it has a big ass owl on it, but it's a
yeah,
beautiful sweater.
yeah. And
And
it's OVO. Yeah, it's OVO. Yeah,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's a beautiful sweater. But my brother's like, it's Drake. So he won't wear it. I'm like, okay. All right.
yeah, yeah.
But, anyways,
Yeah, I'm also Team Kendrick Lamar, so like
I know.
I'll pick Kendrick Lamar over because I love his music a little more than than
And I
Drake's.
know you've always not
Yeah,
been a huge fan of Drake.
yeah.
Um, because you think he sings too or does too much love and this and that, and I'm like, what's wrong with that?
That and he tries too hard to capture the. I know like there's a lot of artists that do it, but he's one of those artists that like tries too hard to capture the.
You know what? I did because his first single that came out, which is
Yeah.
what was it called again? It's not even coming to my head right now. Um, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Um, I actually have it on. I was listening to it on Spotify a little bit ago. Um, and I listened to it back, and I'm like, he really is trying too hard. Like I thought the same thing. I'm like,
Mhm.
he's too rough in the song.
Yeah.
Like it just, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
understand what you're
yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah. I'm not like too much of a Drake. I'm just like, eh, you know, like
He's alright.
they're big three. The big three. I will always say that the big three is always going to be J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. In my opinion, when it comes to the well, new generation of hip hop,
Mm.
right? Those are the three guys that are just basically that redefine a new generation. And yeah, people have their probably their own big three, but to me, they define a generation. And yeah, I, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, guys,
Yep.
let's move on to other topics that we're just kind of including into this episode that I wasn't planning to talk about, but unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about it. We've had four celebrity deaths this
Mhm.
month alone. Um, it's really feeling like 2016 all over again. But we had a
That,
lot of deaths in 2016 as well for
that's
those celebrities.
that's what people are saying. Like
Mhm.
2026 is going to be
Something's going on with the
2016.
six, man, let me tell you, because this is ridiculous
Yeah, yeah.
and it's hitting hard.
Hmm.
So James Vanderbeek was the first one that's since we
Yep,
did talk about Catherine O'Hara. I do want to remind everybody of that.
yep.
So we're not talking about Catherine O'Hara. So since Catherine O'Hara, we've had these four deaths. So yeah, James Vanderbeek
Hmm.
um, was just, he just passed away from his colorectal cancer. As you know, he was Dawson in Dawson's Creek. Um, he was 48 years old, so he was very young. Um, so here's what the statement says. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. There is much to share regarding his wishes, love for humanity, and the sacredness of time. Those days will come. For now, we ask for peaceful privacy as we grieve our loving husband, father, son,
Hmm.
brother, and friend. Um, so yeah, if we remember, he did announce his cancer, which he did have cancer before. He was in remission, but then obviously cancer came back in November 2024, and he was living with stage 3 colorectal cancer.
Hmm.
In case people, I'm sure, have heard about this, and I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a lot of mixed feelings about this.
Hmm.
But following his death, Vanderbeek's wife, Kimberly, with whom he shares 6 children, a lot of kids, but 6 children, shared a link via social media to GoFundMe campaign asking for support because Vanderbeek's illness left the family in financial strain. Like he had no money left.
Hmm.
Um, so I know people are very up in arms. There are some people who are up in arms about the GoFundMe. And though I understand what people are feeling, because I think maybe I would feel the same way to an extent. Um, but people are saying like there are people out there who have literally nothing.
Hmm.
And James Vanderbeek at the end of the day was a celebrity, and had a very lengthy career. And he has things afforded to him that most did not. But at the end of the day, though I agree with that, and apparently they do have a home that maybe she should be selling, because I don't think it's their main home, but I think they should maybe sell it so that she can get profits from that. But um, I think it's a home in LA, if I'm correct, because they live in, I think, Texas. But at the end of the day, though, this is a woman who had 6 children,
Hmm.
um, with a man who I'm sure she thought she would have a lot longer with. Let's remember, he was only 48 years old. He was
Right,
literally a month shy from his 49th birthday.
right.
Um, and all of his money went towards his treatment. And treatment's expensive. And if all of his money was going towards his treatment, then there was gonna be nothing left for his family.
Mm,
So at the end of the day, if you disagree with the GoFundMe, don't support the GoFundMe.
right.
Point blank period. If others want to support the GoFundMe, that's their right. Who cares? You don't have to think about it. At the end
Right.
of the day, we don't know their financial situation post his death. Plus, let's remember they need to bury him as well. Like, we don't know what this money is going to go towards. Maybe all of that is
Yeah.
already set up and whatever. But, it's, I just don't see the big deal personally. Yes, there are people who are in way worse situations that don't have anything and
Mhm,
sometimes
mhm,
don't even have money for treatment in the States, right? I understand that. But I don't know.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation. Personally, for me, yes, I wouldn't support the GoFundMe, not because I don't want to support his family, because I
Yeah.
just don't have the money, you know.
So,
But there are people who
yeah, who
do
will,
and
yeah,
want to
yeah.
help.
Oh, no, yeah, there's a lot of people that would have like,
Mhm.
I understand people who just don't have the money,
Yeah, absolutely.
who don't have the money, but, like, yeah.
I love James
Mm.
Vanderbeek again. I grew up watching him. I watched Dawson's Creek, um, so he was a part of my growing up, um, and this was hard, for a fan to See, like when they showed him in the pre-recorded video that they did when they did the reunion for Dawson's Creek, it was hard to see how sick he had gotten. And and so again, as a fan of his, I just it's very sad. It's
Yeah.
cancer, fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
but
I agree.
maybe just a little bit about him. So he was born in 1977 in
Mhm,
Cheshire,
mhm,
Connecticut. He was the eldest of three children. He caught the acting bug in middle school, and when he was 15, he told his mother he wanted to audition professionally. Um, she didn't hold him back, so yeah. He started off in off Broadway in a play called Finding the Sun, and later won an academic scholarship to Drew University in New Jersey. Other roles that followed after that included a role where he played Rick Sanford in the 1995 film Angus, followed by a bit part in I Love You Not, starring Claire Danes. After taking some time off from college to travel, Vanderbeek auditioned for the starring role in Dawson's Creek, which would make him a star. Um,
mhm. I heard about
so,
that one. I heard about that one. I saw that. I was all over the timeline and every single thing. So like that was
mhm.
yeah. So yeah.
And again, yeah, like I said, Dawson's Creek for me was I I watched that show religiously. Like you
Mhm,
don't even understand. Like
mhm,
I and it's definitely one that it's been on Netflix. They added it to Netflix a while back, and it's one I wanted to rewatch again, and I never got around to it, rewatching
mhm,
it.
mhm.
I will. Like I kind of said with like Catherine O'Hara, I need some time, but
Yeah.
I will probably definitely rewatch it. I wish I did before when it was first added,
Yep.
but that's the point. But yeah, it's definitely one that I'll watch. But we all hear the theme song playing in our heads right now, right? Because I do.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Dawson's Creek?
No. Never
No.
watched it. No. No.
Okay. Well.
I seen like, the trailer
Hmm.
when I was like younger, but
Hmm.
I wasn't that I never was too interested in that. So
Hmm.
yeah.
And again, Kevin Williamson, who also does Scream,
Mhm,
he um I think this is his project. I think he wrote the script for this as well. So
mhm,
he was a part of this as well. So if you blink, you miss it. But if you ever watch like Scary Movie,
mhm.
and like you remember a part in Scream where Billy Loomis crawls through her window, right? You remember that part in Scream?
No, no.
No?
Yeah. What?
Okay, well, there is a part in Scream where Billy Loomis crawls through Sydney's window, right? If everyone else remembers this. So in Scary Movie, the first one, they had James Vanderbeek as Dawson crawling through the window. Um, it was kind of marrying the two things because obviously Dawson's Creek was huge, Scream was
Mhm,
huge for
mhm,
Kevin Williamson, so they brought those two things together. It was really funny, but if I remember correctly, Dawson would also crawl into I think it was Katie Holmes, but one of them, but he would crawl into the windows as well. So it was like a thing. He would crawl into windows as well. So Kevin Williamson had a thing about people crawling into windows. I have questions about this. That's the point. So yeah. Um so yeah, that was fun too. But anyways,
mhm, mhm,
but the reason why I mentioned Kevin Williamson and this is all at all is because James Vanderbeek actually found out later that certain executives didn't want him to play Dawson, but that Williamson had to put his foot down and say, "Listen, I created this guy. I
mhm,
know this guy. This kid is this guy." So thank you, Kevin
mhm.
Williamson. Um, so yeah, that's basically that. I
Yeah. Oh well, rest in peace to all these like celebrities
well, we
and
have
the
others,
members
so
of the
let's
family.
go through the others first before you
Oh,
say all the celebrities.
I thought it was done. You're done. My bad.
No, no, no,
Go ahead.
no. We just did one. We still have three more to
Oh,
go.
I thought you did too. Oh,
Three. We've
oh,
had
okay.
three deaths.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure three of them were just this week.
Oh no, no, I thought you did two already.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought you
no,
did something.
no,
All
no.
right, okay, go ahead.
I won't spend too much time on this one, but Robert Duvall, he passed away. He was 95. Um,
Mhm.
His wife, Lucy, I think it's Luciana Duval, shared the
Mhm.
news in a statement on Facebook, writing, quote, "Yesterday we said goodbye to my beloved husband, cherished friend, and one of the greatest actors of our time. Bob passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by love and comfort. To the world, he was an Academy Award-winning actor, a director, a storyteller. To me,
Mhm.
he was simply everything. His passion for his craft was matched only by his deep love for characters, a great meal, and holding court. For each of his many roles, Bob gave everything to his characters and to the truth of the human spirit they represented. In doing so, he leaves something lasting and unforgettable to us all. Thank you for the years of support you showed Bob and for giving us this time and privacy to celebrate the memories he leaves behind." Um, Duvall was a seven-time Academy Award nominee who won his only Oscar for his leading role as a country singer in Tender Mercies in 1984. He also won an Emmy in 2007 for Outstanding Lead Actor in a miniseries for his role as Prentice Ritter in Broken Trail. His career spanned over 60 years, with his first big screen role as Boo Radley in 1962's To Kill a Mockingbird. I did not know he was in To Kill a Mockingbird. And while I was pulling this up, I'm like, no way. Boo Radley, in case no one remembers, he was kind of like the oddball character who Scout and her friends were kind of scared of. But Boo Radley was a sweet man. Anyways, um, then in 1969, he worked with Francis Ford Coppola on the drama The Rain People, and the following year, he got the role of Frank Burns in MASH. He also starred in George Lucas's THX 1138. Never heard of it. Um, then I just want to try to get to The Godfather, which he starred as the family lawyer Tom Hagen in 1972, and then he was also in Godfather Part 2 in 1974. So I would
Mhm.
say that was probably what really put him on the map. Just a thought.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of um, uh, Robert Duvall. I remember him being in a movie with Robert. Um, shoot, sorry, why is his name not coming to me right now? Um, Iron Man. Please tell me his name.
Mhm.
The Iron Man's name was Iron Man's real name.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Tony Stark.
I said his real name, not his
Oh,
actor
Robert
name.
Downey Jr.,
Thank
sorry.
you, Robert
The
Downey
actor,
Jr.
the actor, yeah.
The actor's name, Robert Downey Jr. He did a movie with him. I think it was called The Judge. It's based off of the book there written by that guy whose name is also not coming to me right now, but he's very famous. Um, so yeah, that's like one I remember. But he's also done like other little like grandfatherly type roles along the way as well. So that's kind of what I remember him the most because I never watched Godfather, but and I did watch To Kill a Mockingbird, but I just didn't realize it was him. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's Robert Duvall.
Mhm.
Let's go to the next one that happened, and I am gonna focus a little bit more on this one because it is Black History Month,
Right.
and this person really shaped Black history. Jesse Jackson,
Mhm.
the Martin Luther King protege whose two bids for the US presidency highlighted a lifelong fight for social and economic justice for
Mhm.
all Americans, has died at age 84. His family said in a
Mm.
statement that was just this Tuesday. We're recording this on Saturday. He just died on Tuesday.
Mm.
Jackson announced he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in late 2017. Late last year, doctors confirmed he had also been living with progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, which is a rare neurodegenerative disease for the past decade. Quote, "Our father was a servant leader not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world," adding that he had died at home in Chicago on Tuesday. He was born October 8th, 1941. Jackson became a force in U.S. politics for decades, often through force of will, as he never held an elected position. Born to a
Mhm.
teenage mother who was born to a teenage mother, as he often said, Jackson was a 23-year-old transplant to Chicago in Seminary College when he felt compelled to head to Selma, Alabama in
Mhm.
1964 for the March for Black Voting Rights. He engineered a meeting with King and before long was doing outreach for the Atlanta preacher in Chicago. Their relationship lasted just 3 years, but the imprint was in un, undeniable. Let's just say that. Because I think this was spelled wrong. In 2018, interview with The Guardian on the 50th anniversary of King's assassination, Jackson hailed him as the universal frame of reference for moral authority, the global frame of reference for nonviolent justice and social change. Um, through initiatives like Operation Breadbasket and PUSH, which stands for People United to
Mhm.
Save Humanity, Jackson helped register untold numbers of African Americans to vote. Jackson also used persuasion, pressure, and boycotts to encourage U.S. companies to hire and train Black employees and to invest in impoverished neighborhoods. Jackson, who got a D grade in oration in seminary school because he balked at pre-writing his sermons, would leave audiences wrapped through the years in speeches filled with rhythm, alliteration, and rhyme. Despite an atypical resume for Washington politics and little in the way of institutional party support, Jackson won 15 Democratic primary contests in his 1984 and 1988 presidential campaigns. He had been preceded by Channing Phillips in 1968 and Shirley Chisholm in 1972 as Black presidential candidates for the Democratic Party. But Jackson's campaign was the most successful up until that point and for many years afterward. Jackson delivered electrifying speeches at the 1984 and 1988 convention, speaking of a rainbow coalition of diverse everyday Americans who could prosper if politicians found common ground and invested more in education, healthcare, and infrastructure.
Mm.
It was a sign of the racial chasm in a country riven by the wounds of slavery, the lynchings of Black people, and segregation that when Jackson received 12% of the white vote in the 1988 primaries, more than one political pundit hailed it as a significant achievement. Um, 20 years later, a gripping image of Jackson would be okay. You know what? I'm going to accept this because I don't want to. Oh no, I lied. I'm saying this because there is something that's going to come up that's like controversial. I don't want to talk about that, but this I'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
20 years later, a gripping image of Jackson would be broadcast worldwide after another presidential race. Tears streaming down his face, he listened intently with thousands more in Grant Park to a historic victory speech by fellow Black Chicagoan Barack Obama. And let me tell you, he is in absolute tears because he just saw history be made. Oh, okay. Jackson told NPR he was gripped by seeing the president-elect standing there looking so majestic, but that he was also thinking of those not there to bear witness, especially King and Mississippi civil rights activist Medgar Evers. Both were slain by white supremacists in the 1960s. Um, so let me just move past a little bit here. Um, um, let's see. 'Cause I don't want to go too much into this. I was actually thinking like I want to do an episode on him. I was thinking about that. And then I saw he passed and I'm like, oh, we're going to have to talk a little bit about him. Obviously. So yeah, I think I'll end it here, but I do want to say that we will talk about him, um, in the future. But I want to say this because I
Mhm,
thought this was
mhm.
actually quite beautiful. To Black audiences, the Baptist preacher imparted a message of prideful, nonviolent activism, punctuated by a rousing call and response coda adapted from a 1950s poem by the preacher William Borders. He says, quote, I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody. I may be unskilled, but I am somebody. And that's all we need to hear, right? But yeah, we
Yeah.
will do an episode in the future about him for
So yeah,
sure,
yeah, 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 for
because he
sure.
really
Yeah.
did shape the
Mhm,
civil rights movement
mm.
and where we're at now.
So yeah,
Last
yeah.
last
I,
person
I
I'll
I
talk.
like that.
Oh, go
Oh, okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go
Oh,
ahead. You go ahead.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
One
All
more
right.
person. Hopefully the last. One more person that passed away, and this was very recent. Like literally a few days ago. Okay, so yeah, the final person that we're gonna talk about again. We talked about this person being diagnosed with ALS, and that's Eric Dane. So he only announced his diagnosis a year ago.
Mhm.
So whether he didn't tell us for a long time, or this disease was fast moving, or there is rumor, and I'll explain why there's rumor that maybe he opted for assisted suicide. I don't know. We'll never know that, I'm sure. And I don't think it matters, but let's just kind of I'll explain why that's become a rumor now, and let me just talk about him a little bit though. Eric Dane, he was 53 when he died. Dane became a star with his role as Dr. Mark Sloan, aka Mixed Steamy, in Grey's Anatomy. Dane's death comes 10 months after he went public with his diagnosis of ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. He died on Thursday, February 19th. The actor's family confirms, quote, "With heavy hearts, we share that Eric Dane passed on Thursday afternoon following a courageous battle with ALS. He spent his final days surrounded by dear friends. His devoted wife, and his two beautiful daughters, Billy and Georgia, who were the center of his world. Throughout his journey with ALS, Eric became a passionate advocate for awareness and research, determined to make a difference for others facing the same fight. He will be deeply missed and lovingly remembered always." Eric adored his fans and is forever grateful for the outpouring of love and support he received. The family has asked for privacy as they navigate this impossible time. So, a little bit about him. Dane was born in San Francisco in 1972. His father died from a gunshot wound when he was 7 years old. And the reason I say this is, quote, "He was a Navy man and ended up becoming an architect and interior designer. He was a troubled soul." He said that until he became a parent himself, he never realized how devastating the loss must have been for him as a child. So I think the reason he said this was he's now going to impart potentially the same outcome for his kids. And he was very angry about that. I think naturally, I think anyone would be. He said he found acting accidentally. Quote, "I was a water polo player in high school, and my season was short, and I ended up getting roped into playing Joe Keller in All My Sons. Dead serious. And I fell in love with it. I was like, this is the
Mhm.
greatest feeling ever."
Mhm.
So after graduating, he moved to Los Angeles with 40 bucks in my pocket. He told People in 2014, "I ended up partying for the next 8 years. I got into a
Oh,
lot of trouble." He landed guest spots on shows like Saved by the Bell, which I did not remember that. My mom actually said that. She's like, "Did you know he was Saved by the Bell?" I'm like, "Yeah, I heard that, but I don't know who he played," but because it only would have been one show anyway.
right.
But right before recording this episode, they kind of did like a progress. You know, they kind of do these progressions of from where
Yeah.
they were, like when they died, and then they go back.
Yeah.
So they went all the way back to Saved by the Bell. I remember him. I don't know
Mm,
how I do, but I remember him. Um, he had a very boyish look in the 90s. He's very cute. But yeah, so anyway, so Saved by the Bell, The Wonder
mm,
Years, Roseanne, and Married with Children.
mm,
And then he joined Gideon's Crossing in a recurring role. He then appeared on 2 seasons of Charmed. His first movie was 2000's The Basket.
huh,
In 2006, he appeared on the second season of Grey's Anatomy as Mark Sloan. Because of fans' reaction, the part turned into a main role. Mark was extremely sexy, and his plot lines often involved him sleeping with his coworkers. Dane was also treated like a sex symbol. Yeah, he was. Um, so he said that he loved the character. He just didn't want to play him for the rest of his life. It's
right.
counterintuitive to what an actor wants to do with his career. So Dane left the series in 2012 when Mark was killed off. Though he said in a 2024 episode of Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert, "I didn't leave so much as I think I was let go." Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Eric Dane. Shonda has no problems killing people off, no matter how much you love them. She
Mhm.
just kills people right off. And yeah, that's why it's always so scary to watch her shows.
Right.
Um, but apparently, the reason why he said this was because he was struggling with addiction at that time.
Mhm.
I think it comes with the territory, unfortunately. But he said that he just wasn't the same guy that they hired. Dane's other TV and film credits included Euphoria, which was obviously a lot more recent. Burlesque, I didn't
Mhm.
remember he was in that. Valentine's Day, Marley and Me, and The Last Ship. Um,
Movie and media. Yeah.
yeah, he was in Marley and Me. I remember that.
Mm.
Um, another movie that makes you cry.
Yeah, great
Um,
movie. Yeah.
it's a great movie. But yeah, I remember him being friends with Owen Wilson's character in the movie.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, in 2004, he married his wife, who is also an actress, Rebecca Gayheart. They welcomed their daughters, Billy and Georgia, in 2010 and 2011, respectively. Um, so yeah, I mean, let's just talk a little bit about Euphoria because that was also very explosive, and people love that show too. Wanted to try something different, led him to joining Euphoria as Cal Jacobs, who seemed like a wholesome family man, but also met people online for anonymous sex. So there's a little bit mixed steamy in there a little bit, but um, yeah, he's still, he is who he is. Come on. Or yeah.
Mm. Mhm.
He said that it felt freeing for him to play this role. There's a lot asked of me in this role, and the expectations are high. It's incumbent on me to hit every note because Cal lives such a fragile kind of existence. This guy teeters on what is morally acceptable and what is legally acceptable. So it's important that I hit all the notes because otherwise he can so easily be misunderstood. There's a humanity to this character that I hope comes out.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so I mean, that's basically Eric Dane. The reason this rumor now, though, has been coming out about him potentially doing assisted suicide, which I mean, I'm sorry. I think if I was ever diagnosed with ALS or any sort of terminal disease like that,
Mhm.
I would probably do the same thing. I don't think it's crazy that someone's like, I don't want to suffer in that way. I just don't. Um, so even if he did or if he didn't, it doesn't matter to me. But the reason people are saying it is because if I don't know if you've noticed, but on Netflix yesterday, so just the day after his passing, there is a documentary that came out and it's called Famous Last Words. Apparently, they also did a Famous Last Words with another celebrity that passed away. I can't remember who she is right now on top of my head. But he had done this and it literally came out the day after his passing. So people were speculating, oh, maybe he did assisted suicide or whatever. Um, maybe. But I think more so than anything, he probably just had to deal with Netflix.
Mm.
And when the time comes and I pass away, I want you to release this the day after my passing. I don't think that's crazy. Or whatever, or Netflix already said that that's something they would do or whatever it is. So I think it could be, sure, maybe, but I don't. You will never know. And I don't think we need to know, honestly. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, again, Eric Dane, someone I watched on the Grey's Anatomy.
Did did we did Cat? I did. I don't know if I heard. Did we
Mhm.
do Catherine? Cat?
We did do Catherine O'Hara. We did that
Yeah. Yeah.
in a
Okay.
previous episode.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's been a little bit, probably like a month or so now that she's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
been gone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We did
Okay.
talk about
Okay.
Catherine O'Hara. Yes, of
All right.
course. I would never have left her out. Come on.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah,
Uh.
we've dealt with a lot of death this month.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
I kid you not, like the what was like um James Vanderbeek. I'm like, oh no, like he didn't fight this battle and it was very sad. And then Robert Duvall, I'm like, oh God, okay. But he was 95, so I'm like,
Yeah.
he probably, he's 95. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna
Mhm.
happen. Um, he had a long life. And then when Jesse Jackson, and I'm like, oh God, and it's Black History Month. Like, come on. Like, we don't want to lose someone who shaped Black history during Black History Month. And then Eric Dane. By the time Eric Dane happened, I'm like, I'm exhausted mentally. Like, this is a lot. And it just kind of started to feel again like 2016 all over again, where by this time we had lost a lot of people too, um, celebrities as well. So, anyways, if you liked what you heard with our podcast, you can head on over to our website, which is solo.to/next take podcast. There you can get any of the links to any of our social media, which is Facebook, Instagram at Nick's Take Podcast, and Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Nick's Take Pod. You can also find links to our Reddit page and many other things, I'm sure. Can't remember all the top of my head. You can also email us at mikeltanyka@gmail.com. There you can send us any inquiries that you have, any questions, or also any episode ideas. And if you do have episode ideas, just make sure you put in the subject line episode ideas, and we'll add it to our list. If you also liked us, you can like us, rate us, follow us on any of your favorite podcast apps. You can rate us, however, on Spotify and Apple Podcast. We would greatly appreciate that. And we'll also move forward and share or spot a light on those who give us 5-star ratings in the future. That is it for us. We'll see you next time for the episode.